Today's recipe, perfect for your holiday gathering or special occasion.
Joining us once again in the CI kitchen from Family to Table blog, Natalie Kenny Marquez with what has turned out to be a beautiful cake.
Lady Baltimore.
Lady has a nice cake. Yeah, she does. And this was served at Great-Grandma Nellie's Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I think it was either 1937, 1938. I wrote about it on the blog that she served this, along with many other things that she made with, you know, eggs from her farm and meat from the chickens and the turkeys and pigs that they had. Yeah.
Now, as a refresher, the cake is a fairly simple cake with basic ingredients, but the icing not so much.
The icing is very delicate, yes. It's a lot of egg whites and basically sugar and water that you boil together, and so more of a meringue style of icing, I would say. So it's very delicate.
So a little goes a long way.
And it can be a little bit tricky to work with, but once you've done it a couple of times, you're like, oh right, I got this.
And remind everybody kind of what the filling is in between our layers.
So the cake itself isn't super sweet, which is a good thing because the icing is, and so is the filling, which is dates, raisins, candied orange peel, and then pecans.
How do you make candied orange peel?
Well, we'll have a recipe for that on the blog too, because she made those. Wow. She made it from scratch
Probably
as
couldn't
well.
go to the store and get it back in the 30s, I wouldn't think.
I know it's hard. It can be hard to find here, and it's not usually that wonderful, maybe, perhaps, because they use high fructose corn syrup and maybe some additives, and hers were much more delicate and pretty.
Oh, I
Now, you said the icing had a whole lot of egg whites in it. What do you do with all the yellows? Which I know they're called yolks. But
that is a great question.
You have all the whites, so what happens to those?
So we've made quite a few of these cakes recently as trying to perfect the recipe, you know, and so I felt like I was really wasting a lot of egg yolks. So we made a sauce to go on our spaghetti squash, because we have a lot of squash left over from trips to the Great Pumpkin Patch this year. So we made a spaghetti squash carbonara.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
We'll look forward to that recipe sometime in the future.
Maybe so.
We need to try this, by the way.
Oh, go for it. You dig
There's
right in.
only one fork. I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
she's
good.
got more. Hey, there is a look at Natalie's blog, Family to Table, where she's been sharing and documenting her cooking through her great-grandmother's recipe book. There's her Facebook. Go give her a like, and we'll have this recipe as well as links to all of those things at CILiving.tv after today's show.